It's sometimes tempting to think of Clint Dempsey's time in MLS as something he did toward the end of his career. But one needs to only go back a couple of years to recall a time when he was very near the peak of his abilities. It was during that period when Dempsey was partnered with Obafemi Martins, another veteran of Europe's top leagues. From March 2014 until June 2015, Deuce and Oba formed a magical partnership, the likes of which have never been seen in MLS and may not be seen for a long time still. Let's take a closer look at this moment in time. When Clint Dempsey joined the Sounders in the summer of 2013, it was considered a rather remarkable coup. Here was a player coming off a productive season with Tottenham Hotspur, and who was just a couple years removed from what still has to be considered the best season ever by an American playing in one of the world's top leagues. But there he was on the pitch at CenturyLink Field, hilariously unzipping a hoodie to reveal his Sounders jersey, making reality of something few MLS fans even dared to dream possible. Dempsey was actually the second high-profile signing by the Sounders that year. In March, the Sounders had managed to pry away Obafemi Martins from Spain's Levante, where he was the team's leading scorer while in the midst of a Europa League campaign. At the time, most agreed that the Sounders now had two of the most talented players in the league, and that it would be just a matter of time until they were dominating. It didn't start out quite like that. Martins and Dempsey only played a few games together, and Martins ended up missing the last couple of months with an injury. But it was a different story in 2014. The duo combined for their first ever goal on the Sounders' second game of the season on March 15th, and then went on a tear as impressive as any in league history. Starting with that game, Martins and Dempsey would combine for 41 goals and 30 assists during a 34-match run of games they both played. The Sounders claimed 69 points in those games. Just one player in MLS history has ever had 20 goals and 15 assists, Sebastian Giovinco in 2015, and only one team has collected 69 points in a single season, Toronto FC in 2017. Along the way, the Sounders won a Supporters' Shield and the 2014 US Open Cup, a final which Martins and Dempsey both scored. Sounders fans used to joke that the pair were drift compatible, a reference to the sci-fi film Pacific Rim, for the way they could seemingly read each other's thoughts and complement one another's playing style. But then, disaster struck. In a US Open Cup match against their biggest rivals, Martins went down with a groin injury that would cost him nearly 2 months. More shockingly, Dempsey was ejected from that match later after ripping up the referee's notebook. He received a 3-game ban. Although they played 7 more matches together, things were never quite the same. The Sounders were eventually bounced from the playoffs, and Martin forced a transfer the following offseason. They finished their partnership having combined for 64 goals and 47 assists in 45 games together, and directly assisting each other 17 times. If that wasn't the most productive partnership in MLS history, it was certainly the most fun to watch. It's perhaps because of the rather abrupt ending that this partnership seems to have become a footnote in league history. But for those who witnessed it, there was something truly magical about the way Oba and Deuce played together.
It's the combination that is irresistible!